Call the Scottsboro City Council meeting Tuesday, March 17th to order. The invocation given by Mr. Bailey and the pledge of allegiance given by Mike Ashford.
Let's pray. Father God, thank you tonight for this, Lord. Thank you for allowing us to be together. Lord, we lift this nation up to you. Lord, just keep your hand on us. Lord, guide and direct us in all we say and do. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Phyllis, will you do a roll call, please?
Mr. Richard Bailey?
Here.
Mr. Greg Mashburn?
Here.
Mr. Mike Ashburn?
Here.
Mr. Patrick Stewart?
Here. Thank you. We'll go to the adoption of the agenda. Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
I make a motion.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. We'll go to new business. First item is consider the tourism grant application for the Jackson County Cruisers. They were asking for $2,700. Do I have a motion to approve the grant application for $2,700?
I make a motion.
Do I have a second? Second. Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Go to item number 2, consider resolution surplus street department property. It was a 2007 Ford van, and the money will be put back into the street department capital outlay account. So with that being said, do I have a motion to approve the surplus street department property?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Go to item number 3, consider resolution, high-risk rural roads grant agreement. We covered this last night in our meeting. So I have a motion to approve the high-risk resolution for the high-risk rural roads grant agreement.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? Not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Go to item number 4, consider resolution highway safety improvement program agreement. We talked about this too last night. Do I have a motion to approve the highway safety improvement program agreement?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Go to item number 5, consider resolution, close County Road 412 at the landfill. We discussed that as well last night in our work session. Do I have a motion to approve the close of County Road 412 at the landfill?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Go to item number 6, consider a budget amendment for temporary labor and supplies for the building department. The temporary labor was $3,000 and the supplies was $3,000. So that being said, do I have a motion to approve a budget amendment for the temporary labor and supplies for the building department?
I'll make that motion.
Second. Do I have a second? If I don't have a second, then let's move forward. We'll go to item number 7. Consider a budget amendment for out-of-rank pay for the cemetery department. And that's $2,605.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. There.
Here.
Sorry.
Equipment malfunction.
We'll go to item number 8. Consider the LED conversion at the animal control facility. We discussed that last night for $2,700. Do I have a motion to approve the LED conversion at the animal control facility?
I'd like to make a motion to table this one for a little while until we see what's going on.
So I have a motion to table. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote to table it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Mr. Cameron, any direction on this?
Last night, one of the things that was discussed and was supposed to be placed upon the agenda was maybe going to be placed on the agenda, but was not. Was an allocation of $22,110 for capital outlay with council approval. I understand this money's already in the account for that department. As it was not placed on the agenda when the agenda was adopted, if a council member wishes to bring it up, it would, at this meeting, it would require an affirmative unanimous vote of those present.
Do I have a motion to put this on the agenda?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Ms. Phillips, we do a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Richard Bailey?
Yes.
Mr. Greg Mashburn?
Yes.
Mr. Mike Ashburn?
Yes.
Mr. Patrick Stewart?
Yes. Thank you all. So do I have a motion to approve the budget outlay for the solid waste department for $20,110?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. And I apologize, that was my fault for leaving that off. Go to delegations. Cindy?
name's Cindy Stevens. I'm the minister in Scottsboro. We're concerned for the small restaurants that are locally owned through this coronavirus. It's killed our business. Our labor for today is at 200%. And we're being told if a city or a municipality doesn't close us, there'll be no help for us in the future to bring our businesses back. So with us choosing to close on our own, then those benefits will be in place for us, whether it be grants, insurance, or whatnot. We're being told our insurance won't help us at all. There's zero insurance that we could have bought or paid for up until this point that would have covered us for this. We're open. We were 50% yesterday. Today we're carry-out only. We've sold $128 worth of food. Not only is it going to be tough on us, it's going to be tough. We've been here since 1972. We have some of the backbone to stand on, but not long-term, and we need help. But any of the newer businesses, especially small restaurants, and I know it's not just restaurants, it's everybody in every facet of life at this point, but what do? This is Scottsboro fold. I know all the small restaurants. I've talked to almost every local restaurant owner today that I could possibly get in touch with to say, what do? Will you take a risk if you open? You're losing money if you open. You're losing money if you close. You know, there's some places that will still be able to profit because they're set up for to-go, for drive-through and stuff like that. But even Wendy's today isn't preparing any food until you come to the drive-through and order it because they're scared. We can't order groceries. We can't prepare anything until we know. And from what we're reading in the media is other municipalities that are being closed, restaurants and bars are being closed by the municipality. They'll eventually get help. It won't be tomorrow, but it'll come. But if we choose to close on our own, then we get none of that. Whether it's true, whether it's false, or what, we just need some information so that we know where to stand.
If I may, because we met,
Yes.
and I feel your pain, and since then, I've sat down with Senator Livingston, and he has reached out to the Small Business Council of Alabama and the Department of Commerce, and we are setting up a website, or we're connecting through emails, and I think Katie Kirkland is coordinating that, starting out with restaurants, and we're going to be sending everybody the same information at the same time as we get it. And Steve told me today that they are working on a small business package through Commerce, and they have hope that it will be announced by the end of the week when it would be available. It is a waiting game. I get it, and I understand, and we've talked to the owners of several different restaurants, and you know, I'm there as a small business owner, so we're working diligently. Our hands are tied. I did question, because there's 5 counties that the governor has issued this directive through the state health officer, and Jackson County is not one of those 5. And I guess it's good in one way that there's not a known virus per se in our county, and if you look at the map and the counties that are identified, you know, there's a higher population, a higher percentage there. But I expressed our concerns to Senator, and he's expressed them in the governor's office, and so each day he promised that we would communicate, and that's why we're setting up our email chain with any business owner, and I'll get with the newspapers afterwards, and we won't publish that. It'll be on our city website. So, you know, we're here to help you. There's, you know, we're waiting to see. Our sales tax is positive right now, but you know, we're having to be conservative, as you see tonight by some of the actions. You know, but I think I can speak for everybody sitting up here. We want to invest in small business. That's the backbone of our community.
And I totally understand. I'm not saying it's just restaurants, but restaurants is one of the bigger things that you see.
I get it.
It's everything, and I'm not saying we're more important than anybody, but as a community, and I think the communication through email or whatever will help, just because everybody's speculating and everybody's talking, and nobody knows any facts.
It will be the same information to everybody, and it will be fact as we get it.
Okay.
Not that these guys don't bring fact.
No, I totally understand.
No.
But we're,
Yes.
you know, everybody's in limbo as of this morning. Do we open? Do we not open? Do we?
And to what you
said on the insurance aspect, I've talked to one of the agents that covers a lot of the restaurants here, and he said, you know, unfortunately, as it stands right now, you are not covered. But he stressed the documentation, and that's one of the things in the information from the Small Business Council is documentation of income, lost income, wages, etc., and start building that, I guess, that financial database, because it will be needed.
Yes.
So,
And that's the same thing they told us, that there wasn't any guarantee they could do this. There could be something implemented later on, but at this point, it was pretty much, everybody's hands was tied.
Yeah, I understand.
So
We're here, right?
so with all the cases that are being tested in Huntsville, obviously, I'm sure some of them are gonna come back to Scottsboro, that's in their neighboring. And it appears that the governor is waiting until a county is infected before anything is done, but that's not proactive,
Yes, ma'am.
you know? I mean, to me, it would be, I mean, our community is cut back tremendously already, but to me, it would be better to just go ahead and put it in place so that we can be proactive and hope to shorten the life of the bad things that are to come with this.
Mr. Goodman, do you have something?
I do. I also feel sympathy for your pain. My brother has a restaurant that just opened this fall in Birmingham, and they have been closed. And their receipts, of course, have gone down considerably because they can serve it curbside and curbside only. That started Monday in Jefferson County. That was a directive of the county health officer of Jefferson County. If you go and look at the crews that have come out of Montgomery today, I think they've been referred to, which deal with Tuscaloosa County, Walker County, Shelby County, St. Clair County, and maybe one other. Those are directives of the state health officer, who has the authority in counties that don't have a county health officer. The mayor and I have been trying to find out.
Yeah. I've reached to Highland, even, we're trying to identify, does Jackson County have a county health officer? We can't get that answer as of 5/20.
Yes. So, and code, section 22-3-5, says that that's the one who closes down restaurants. So we're trying real hard, as of just a few minutes ago, to find out when we have one, and that's the person that we all should be talking to about this kind of thing.
And I agree. I mean, we've obviously reached out to our health inspectors and at that level, and they're, you know, going up the ladder.
But I sympathize and understand. I cannot say why the governor has the approach that she is taking. I'm sure it's been done in good faith. Unfortunately, I think we're probably going to have cases, so thank God we're not the level of Jefferson County as Madison County. So I understand there are 20 cases in Jefferson County. The surrounding counties add more to the number. Just the one I understand right of now in Madison. But we'll hopefully have some responses, and I'm pleased that Senator Livingston and the mayor stepped up and are trying to work something out proactively and ahead of time, getting ahead of the curve on that.
Yes.
But I wish I had a better answer for who actually can do this,
Right.
other than the governor.
Who can hold us? Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you.
coming.
Thank you, Cindy. Go to reports, Mayor.
That's it. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for getting the Livingston,
Sure.
moving forward with that. Mr. Bailey?
Just remember, be safe, wash your hands, and shop local. You know, get out there and support our local businesses, whether they're still open, able to be open. Appreciate y'all coming. Thanks.
Mr. Mashburn?
Only thing I've got, I guess it'd be a question for Mr. Whether. We mentioned the CDA last night. Do we have access to a financial audit for them? Can we have access to that?
I don't have one, but it should be available. Their audits are a part of our financial statements, so it's component.
Other than that, that's all I've got. Thank y'all for coming out.
Mr. Ashford?
I don't have anything tonight. Thanks a lot.
The only thing I have is, our next scheduled meeting will be April the 6th, it'll be a work session, unless we, see if there's a need to call for an emergency. Appreciate everybody that did come out tonight. Just reiterate what everyone's saying, just try to stay healthy. And, with that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
I say. All in favor, say aye.
Mayor, you made a comment, since they're adjourned, you made a comment, there's no current people that have tested positive. Do you know how many people have been tested?
I do not know.
That's a problem. I mean, it's not your fault. All I'm saying is the meeting's adjourned. It's a problem that the hospital have not been tested. You know, staff, some people
We
have.
don't know that, Gary.
I do.
You know the fact
Yeah.
that nobody at the hospital's been tested?
I didn't say nobody. I said not every but one has been tested.
Oh,
That's a problem. And the community, I mean, there's no community
but
action.
I don't think we should just test everybody that walks down the street. That's my personal opinion.
Why not? If they want to be
It's a waste
tested,
of resources, right?
if they want to be tested, why not?
It's a waste of resources.
If they want to be tested, why aren't they being tested?
Why should it?
Not enough tests going around.
That's exactly right. There's not enough tests.
Why should it?
That's an issue. There's not enough tests. We don't know the extent of the disease because there's not enough tests. Now, you can walk away from it, but that's not going to change the fact. You got businesses hurting here in this town. I mean, serious, particularly the restaurant industry.